All right. So, for this exercise session, I want you to really focus on keeping the spine neutral. That's really, really important. I also want you to know that I'm always over exaggerating or really emphasizing the movements. But when you do them, I want you to feel from the inside out and honor exactly how your body is. The external shape or form is absolutely secondary to what's going on internally with your system and with your body. Also, set yourself up for success. If getting up and down is challenging for you, have a chair or a stable wall or something next to you that you can utilize. And then you can always pause the video, take your time coming in and out of a movement, and then return on the video when you're ready to come into full movement. I'm going to do everything standing today without the use of a chair, but feel free to have a chair for additional support with your balance or a wall. And we are going to focus on strengthening our glutes and our core. And we're going to really engage a lot of great muscle groups. Keep that spine neutral. We are also going to work on balancing on one leg, which is just great for both areas that we're focusing on too. So to begin, I want you to think about your foot and the structure of it. When we're balancing, remember 3 areas of the body designed for weight bearing: shoulders, hips, heels. So you're always leaning into the heels. There's a triad of the foot underneath the big toe, pinky toe, and the heel. They make a triad, and you are grounding into the heel and you're going between the big toe side and your pinky toe side. So we're going to begin warming up. So come on up. Make sure you feel stable and take the feet hip distance apart and create a neutral spine. Roll the shoulders back and just take a few deep breaths here. Take a nice full long inhale and exhale. See if you can lengthen the neck and relax the shoulders towards the back. Take another deep inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. So let's start warming up the feet. I'll turn towards you, but you can stay in the position you're on. And I actually want you to rock forward, lift the heels up, rock back, lift the fronts of the feet up. Good. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1 more. And then go side to side and see if you can let the sides of the feet come up, but I want you to keep the core nice and stable. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. So let's warm up our quads by having the hand against the wall or your chair or whatever suits you, or make it all about that balance. Stabilize in one leg. Whatever leg you're stabilizing, the hand would be against the wall to support. Then you are going to use a strap or your hand, and you are going to engage the quad and release, or engage the quad and hold. It's based on the level of sensation and how tight your quad is. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's quad stretch on the other side. Hand would be supporting of the standing leg. Use a strap. Pause the video if you need more time with the strap. And warm up that quad by engaging and releasing, or engaging and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're going to start warming up the body. And I want you to keep that neutral spine. Take a nice inhale, sweep the arms up to whatever level works for you. As you exhale, hinge at the hip. Remember that hip hinging. And flow it down. You can bend the knees, place the hands on the quads, and a little bit of movement for the spine, cat and cow. So take a nice inhale, tilt the sitting bones, open the heart. Exhale, round a little bit, wake up the torso here. Come in and out of this movement as I count. Adapt it for how your body feels. Gaze can come all the way up if there are absolutely no issues with the head and neck, but you're adapting the movement for you. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, we're going to engage the hamstrings. Hamstrings are that muscle right there. Feet are hip distance apart, keeping a neutral spine. I'm going to protract the knees back, tilt the sitting bones up, and then rebend and release. When I take it back, tilt it up, get that nice hamstring stretch, and then release. Don't hold it for too long if your hamstrings are super, super tight. Come in and out of this movement for 10, 9, 8. Even when I come down here, I'm not locking my knees. Good. 7, 6. Let's make sure everything's warmed up before we strengthen those glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now we're going to place the hands right below the knees, and we're going to keep a neutral spine, but just flatten the back and hold that stretch at the back of the legs. 3, 2, 1. Rebend the knees, reverse hip hinge all the way back up. So let's warm up the ankles with ankle circles. Hand can be supporting. Roll that ankle out. Work on your balance as you do this for 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Reverse the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Same thing other side. Knee is about the level of the hip. This is strengthening. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it down. Now for the hip, standing hip circles. Honor your range of mobility, but give me a circle out and a circle in for 5. Go at your own rate. Circle could be big or small. 4, 3, 2. If you have to hold on to something, your circle should be a little smaller. And 1. What you want to do is make sure you're feeling your hip in a really nice opening way when you're doing the hip circle. So let's switch to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Release the arms down, nice neutral spine. Let the arms swing. Still warming up the body. 5, 4, knuckles are heavy here. 3, 2, and 1. You're going to interlace the fingers, thumbs point down. Circles can be big or small. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change that direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. So now I'm going to do boat pose on the floor, but you can do yours on your chair. So we're going to come on down. We're going to find that balance point, right, between the pubic bone and the sitting bones. And we are not compressing the spine at all. Shoulders are back over the hips. Lift the feet up. It could be at this level. If you can maintain this and bring the feet up here, go for it. If you can maintain and bring them up here, go for it. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down and take 2 breaths. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Keep breathing. Take another deep inhale and exhale. All right, round 2. Find the balance point between the pubic bone and the sitting bones. Protract the shoulders back. Engage. Find that stability. Might shake a little bit. That's okay. What's the saying? I think it's a Native American Indian saying, ridding the body of weakness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a few breaths. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Take another deep inhale. Exhale. Final one. Let's see how long we can hold for. Let's go for a 10 count. Find that balance point. Find your level with your legs. Stabilize. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job with that. Take 2 breaths. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Take another deep inhale and exhale. Beautiful job. So we warmed up our hamstrings, our quads, our ankles, and we engaged our core. So let's work on a nice little balancing sequence. So feet can be hip distance apart, nice neutral spine. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, bend the knees and sit back. Good. You can have the hands at the heart or at the hips. Imagine you're squeezing something between the legs. Brace for a gut punch and hold for 5, for 4, for 3. Arms can be up here. 2, and 1. Then you're going to lift up. Use the chair or the wall. Lift the heels up and hold for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Now slowly lower the heels down for 3, for 2, and at 1, heels land back down on the mat. Nice job. Let's do it again. Take a nice inhale. Bend the knees, sit nice and deep and hold. Engage the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage, lift up. Balance on the balls of the feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the heels down in 3 parts. 3, 2. Heels land for 1. One more round. Take a nice inhale. Bend the knees. Sit nice and deep. Engage the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up nice and high on those heels. Beautiful. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the heels in 5 parts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Take 2 breaths here. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Take another deep inhale and exhale. So now let's do our little plank movement. So you can start in tabletop. Wrists are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips. We're going to lower down onto the forearms and come up onto the feet. Keep a nice neutral spine and rock it back and forth with control. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then twist it side to side, keeping the upper body relatively still for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can lower the knees down. Take 2 breaths. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. We're going to do 2 more rounds like that. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Good. So let's see if we can increase it to an 8 count. I'll go sideways so that you can make sure you're having a nice neutral spine. Wrist underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips. Come on down. Ooh. Nice staff position. Go forward and backwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Twist it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 breaths. Your twisting movements should be smaller than the ones I'm doing. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. You're doing great. One more breath. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. All right, last round. Let's see if we can go for a 10 count. Come on down. You've got this. Controlled movement, neutral spine. Engage your core. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Twist it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your 2 breaths. Maybe grab a sip of water if you need it, because we're going to get down next. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Feeling alive. One more deep breath. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Then we're going to come on up. All right. Let's do a little bit of lunge work. So you're going to have the feet hip distance apart. I love this one. So we're going to balance onto a bent knee without looking, extend it back, and just land on the front big toe side and pinky toe side of the foot. Then we're going to do some up and down movements. So focus the eyes on one point. Have stability. You would want something to hold on to the side of you. So like I would be holding onto my shelf here if I needed assistance with the balance. And take a nice inhale. Bring the leg up and engage the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a movement, flexing the heel in and then flexing it out. 2 more. Flex that heel in, flex that heel out. Last one. Flex the heel in, flex the heel out. Here's where the fun starts. Take that leg, extend it back, and think of this knee staying over the ankle. Extend it back, release it down. Good. I would actually want my knee over my ankle here, and I'm on the ball of my foot. You can have the arms up at the hips or at the heart. Take a nice inhale. Squeeze inward, bend that knee to hover above the mat, and come up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, engage your core. Lift it back up to a bent knee, and then release it down. 2 breaths. We're going to do the other side. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Take another deep inhale and exhale. Same thing, other side. Lift the leg up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then flex the heel in, flex the heel out, flex the heel in, flex the heel out. One more time. Flex that heel in, flex the heel out. Extend it back, being mindful of landing the leg so that the knee is over the ankle. Arms can come up, hips, heart, squeezing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it back up and hold. You got it. Release it down. Take 2 breaths. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Take another deep inhale and exhale. So we're going to lift the leg up and hold it here. If you want to, make sure you keep the knee at the level of the hip. Roll that ankle out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then flex the heel in, flex the heel out. Flex that heel in, flex the heel out. Flex it in and flex it out. Take it back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back up. If you want to take a stretch here, go for it. Knee towards chest. 3, 2, and 1. Same thing, other side. Lift the leg up. You can hold or roll it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the heel in, flex the heel out. Flex that heel in, flex the heel out. One more. Flex the heel in and flex the heel out. Extend it back and dip for 5 and for 4, for 3, 2, squeezing energetically in, keeping the spine neutral, and 1, and then bring it back up. Take a stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. So the next exercise I want you to do it's for your pelvic floor. And you can have a wall in front of you, and your feet can be just slightly wider than hip distance apart, and you're turning the feet out at 45 degrees. I'm going to do the full position where my legs are a little wider and they're all the way turned in. Neutral spine, engage the core. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, come on down. Squeeze the pelvic floor to help you up on an inhale. Exhale, come on down. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Come on up. Knees never lock. Come on down. 3 more. Squeeze and contract as you come up for 2. Come on down. Squeeze to come up. Give me 1 beautiful one. Hold at the bottom. Engage the core. Create a long neckline. Hold those shoulders back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Pivot those feet. Take 2 breaths. Nice job. Take a nice inhale. And exhale. Take another beautiful deep inhale. And exhale. Beautiful job. So now we are going to stretch out on our back and cool down with a strap. So come on down. Nice and careful. Pivot. Come on to the back. And remember, we have that space that draws up. Pack it down without lifting the head and neck up. Feet are hip distance apart. Just start swaying it out and connect to your breath. And slow it down here. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. So we're going to use the strap. We're going to place it around the arch of 1 foot. If you really have any issues with the calves and you want to open them up, you would place the strap closer to underneath the ball of the foot, like right underneath the toes, and then keep the calves engaged as you do the stretch. So it's your choice based on what you feel like working on today. Take a nice inhale. Keep as much of a bend in the knee as you need to. Exhale, bring it in. And go back and forth with the stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7. And if you don't have your strap, you could just do it like this. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that leg down. Use your strap or hand support for this side. This is always my tighter leg too. Exhale when you bring it in. Inhale, release back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So now my favorite is a reverse forward fold. Because so much can happen, that's not great when we're doing a forward fold standing or even sitting up. I think it's the safest, especially if we have spine issues, to do it where the back is braced and super comfortable. Keep as much of a bend in the knees as you need to. And it's about feeling the stretch from the inside of the body and not comparing it to anyone else's extension. Take a nice inhale and then exhale, bring it in and release it back. Same exact method as the last one for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So now I'm going to change positions a little bit. We are going to do corkscrew. I'm going to turn this way so you can see the movement from this angle. Legs are to bent knees. Arms can be like this, or you can just move them over to the side. I'm going to release the legs down to this side and then reach or take the arms over to this side. And then inhale up to center, release the legs, take the stretch to the other side. Come in and out of this movement for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so now we're going to take the feet, and you can take the feet nice and wide for this one. We're going to do single windshield wipers. And for this one, I'm going to take my arms and clasp opposite forearms, and then I'm going to dip one knee down, and then the opposite side body, I'm actually going to bow the body to stretch that side body. Then I'm going to lift up. We can start at the top. I'm going to stretch the side body this way and dip the opposite knee down. I think that may be less confusing. So body's in neutral, and then I'm going to tilt the body to get a side body stretch and dip the opposite knee down. Come back up to center, stretch the body the other way, dip the opposite knee down, and just go in and out of that movement for 10, 9, 8. And remember, movement can be very small. 7. All that matters is how it feels on the inside. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then I'm just going to pivot over to the side to show a quad stretch. I'm on my hip comfortably. I can extend my arm, release the head down, or support at the base of my skull like this. And I'm going to grab a hold of the quad and just stretch it from here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause the video if setting that up takes you a long time, but pivot over to the other hip. Make sure the hip feels good. You can have the front knee in a bent position as a bit of an anchor if you feel like you might lose your balance backwards. Arm can be extended or supporting. Make sure the head and neck feel good. Make sure all of the spine feels good, and then stretch that quad for 10, 9, 8, breathe, 7, you did great, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're going to do our final stretch, which is knee down twist. Come back onto the back. I'm actually going to go down here to demo this. La, 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 la. Make sure the center of the back packed in. Extend one leg long. Bring the other foot up to a bent knee. Actually take the stretch right here. It feels good. You can roll out the ankle, anything along those lines. Then take that foot, cross it over. Hand comes to the top outside. Gaze can be in the other direction or neutral to keep the spine straight. I would probably recommend neutral to keep the spine straight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knee towards the chest and then gently roll onto the back. Release that foot down, bring the other foot in, pivot, set it up, make sure it feels good. Extend the other leg, bring the foot in for the stretch, roll that ankle out in both directions. La, 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 la. Send that leg over, apply a little pressure. Gaze can be neutral. If you're seeking more pressure, no issues with the head and neck, experiment with taking a small turn in the opposite direction of the knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the knee towards the chest, gently ease onto the back, bring both feet in. Pivot over to the hip, do a complete rollover, push into the bicep, gently make your way up. Nice job. Hopefully the glutes and the core feel beautiful. Thank you so much for practicing with me.